Let's go! Hello everybody and welcome to my channel, Tarish Alchemy. I'm Tarish. And you have reached your second installment of the weekend wind down. I really like that part. Today we're gonna do a Saturn edition instead of a Venus Day edition, which is Friday. So today we're focusing on Saturn. In this episode of the weekend wind down, we're gonna be exploring the nature of Saturday, which is reflective of the planet Saturn, the planet Saturn in astrology, and also the Saturn return. So I'm gonna talk a lot about that because that anniversary is coming up for me. It's also linked to my anniversary getting clean from a bunch of intense narcotics. So is really important to me because I would like to help people in recovery. So before we get too far into learning about Saturn or talking about the return, I would like to say a deep thank you to the people who have followed me over to YouTube. Thank you. Thank you to my small following, but you're big in heart, big hearts, big-hearted. Wow, I'm gonna keep the handful of friends and family who subscribe to my content and all of those of you who engage. It's super, super important if you enjoy somebody's content to make sure that you're doing those things for them. Views are top of the line, so watching my content is the most important. So share it with your friends. Also, I wanted to let you know that your energy is felt and appreciated, so may what I share with you enrich and fortify your life with abundance and bounty. And so it is. Now, we are gonna talk about Saturn. So Saturn is gets a bad rap. Like, the astrologers and from my understanding are it's kind of like a bully. Maybe a little bit of bully energy from Saturn. But the reality of Saturn is the planet that serves major life lessons. It's your life lessons. It's like your daddy. It highlights and works with inadequacies as well as helps shape ambitions. Your life lessons and inadequacies are linked together with how you get to your ambitions. So Saturn is a planet of structure. It's a planet of responsibility, ambition, hardship, obstacles, limitations. It's a planet of karma, stability, and patience. So that's why in this way, Saturn is often related to the father figure or father energy because of its influence on our character and foundations. So using Saturday to break through restrictions in my own world, I find that by using Saturday to break through boundaries and restrictions in my own world, I find that when I utilize this day for its purpose, I can move through the rest of the week with more ease. Even though Saturday gets this kind of fun day, happy day, joyful, playful day, really Saturday can be used for a structural day to set the rest of the week in play because Sunday is Sunday and it's based around joy and it's Sunday fun day. All right, so since we're talking about Saturn, and as a very small precursor to talking about the return, I want to say my 8-year anniversary for my Saturn return is coming up. Mine happened kind of around 29. It was a big event, so it kind of spanned for a couple of years. That is also my 8 years clean from opiates, benzodiazepines, and methamphetamine. So for any of you who are out there struggling in addiction, make sure you reach out to somebody. There are programs available that are for free, like Narcotics Anonymous, Alcoholics Anonymous. The people in those rooms are extremely helpful and they want to help you live, period. We're going to leave it at that. So my Saturn return was crazy. It was a complete restructuring of my life and an absolute shit show. It was traumatic, chaotic, painful, and the most beautiful, helpful, and healing way. And I want to say that not because it's the nature of the Saturn return, because Saturn will give you what you work for. And it doesn't really coddle your behavior. So if you went into your Saturn return and it showed you your lessons and you were like, nah, I'm gonna keep behaving the same way, you'll have like another 30-year loop maybe of that type of behavior. So harnessing the power of the Saturn return is really helpful. And I didn't even realize that at the time. I just knew that this was my opportunity to get my act together. Saturn doesn't really reward you for bad behavior. It gives you what you work for. And when the Saturn return hit and it basically demolished my life as I knew it, which was a good thing because my life was awful, I worked super, super hard to move through the difficulties and transform the areas that needed change. Because going into my Saturn return, I already knew what was wrong in my life. I already had a great idea of the problems that were at hand and the result of those problems long term. I was really blessed in the end because my angels and ancestors were looking out for me, and my higher self is amazing and strong and guided me through that whole situation. And I also want to talk about my Saturn return because it was the start of my getting clean. It was the start of my sobriety. It was the start of me becoming a mother on my own and really changing my life and forming it from being basically a heroin addict into being who I am now, which is somebody who's starting their own business. I held a job for a really long time. I found the love of my life and a loving partner. I have a good relationship with the father of my children, and all of that came from work out of my Saturn return. So super, super important. If you have, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, I don't know how long it's going to be. These videos are longer because I am talking about content that is informative. This is not a 7-second, 5-second reel. This is content that I spend a lot of time on and energy to help you or someone you may know in whatever area of their life. If it resonates with you, it resonates with you. If it doesn't, that's cool. Maybe it'll resonate with one of your friends. Don't be afraid to share or like, comment, subscribe. And I'm learning a lot more about astrology, and I find that it really helps my mental health. So all of the things that I do, movement, breath work, music, poetry, astrology, tarot, sound healing, all crystals, all those things fortify and give me a great foundation to keep my sobriety and healing and recovery in motion. So super important to me with those things. Those are a new part of my foundation. When my Saturn return happened and my life shifted, I started to include more and more of these things. Now we're 8 years later and my life is solely about these things because my recovery is most important, and I found that these things helped me beyond a way that many of the typical Western medicine tools would help me. I go through the transits and I go through the moon phases and I go through my own phases, and the more that I grow and learn, the more that I know that it's right for me not to be medicated right now at this time in my life. Okay, so I feel like this has gone pretty well. I want to talk about these crystals that I have in my hand. This is a spirit quartz. It's a crystal cluster. We'll show you like this. I won this on my birthday last year. Quartz is the master crystal. One crystal to rule them all, one crystal to bind them, one crystal bring them into the light and find them. That's for all my nerds out there. I love you guys because I am you and we are each other. All right, and then this one is Prophecy Stone. It is I can't remember the name of it. Shoot, I should have had this. Basically, it's a stone. This was once pyrite. Okay. But what happened is this other mineral came and took over the pyrite and turned into this structure. And this dude found it in Africa, probably some colonizer dude, but whatever, he found it. And now he had prophetic dreams. So I am a crystal witch, which is pretty much, I'm drawn to crystals. I'm drawn to giving people crystals. Usually if I give people crystals and we look and find out what the crystal is, it's related to them in some way, shape, or form, whether it's their astrological sign, their grandmother's favorite rock, whatever. And so I've been working on my divination, and I found this bad boy at the rock shop. So this is the Prophecy Stone. I like to call it the Sorcerer's Stone, just like in Harry Potter, even though I'm not a huge fan of J.K. Rowling these days. Trans lives matter, Black lives matter, Indigenous lives matter, and give some land back, all of it. Anyways, so yeah, those are my crystals that I'm rocking with today. I'm gonna pull some cards for you guys. I hope you guys know when you come onto this platform that I am a ally to people of color, Black people, Indigenous people. I am an ally to queer people. I am a queer person myself. I have a son that is on the autism spectrum, so I support disability rights. My partner is mixed Asian. Asian lives matter. We're mixed, you know what I mean? So I support all of these people. It is important that when you come onto this platform, you do not come on this platform with the intent to hate. If you do, you will get blocked. But hopefully my energy is energetically fortified enough that people like that aren't coming on here. So I already shuffled all these cards. I don't know why I'm getting at this one. I started on a tangent. We're gonna pull some tarot cards first. So another video I'm gonna do really quick, if I have the time, hopefully I'll have the time today, is I'm starting a certification to become a card reader. And how this happened is my friend showed me a challenge with Hay House Publishers, and I looked on that, and then it just so happened they have a certification. And I really want to, that was way too many cards. I really want to have a better knowledge of the cards and the tarot. So this one looks like it wants to pop out, and none of the other ones are popping out, so we're gonna do this one. Ooh, that one looks cute. Here we go. Four of Wands. Can you see? Four of Wands. Yay. All right, I want to pull one more out of this deck. Let's see if it'll give me a companion card. There we go. Ooh, okay, and the High Priest. And, oops, here you go, guys. The High Priest. There he is. Working with this Shanna Trumbley deck. She's a local artist from the area in the Pacific Northwest. I really love it. It's beautiful. You should get some, get one, buy your friends some. Oh, this card was coming out. Let's see, Cosmos. We'll see what that says in a second. Ooh, look at that card, it's so pretty. All right, now, this deck is a Sufi Wisdom Oracle deck. There it is. I love this deck. It's really beautiful also. And so, ooh, we got two cards from that guy. Do not be frustrated. Let go and feel peaceful. You see my face on that screen? That was funny. Okay. And then transformation. All right. And this is out of my Super Attractor Oracle deck. I love this one. It's super positive and fun. Oh, there we go. I believe I am worthy of feeling good. Yes, we can feel good, friends. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna check these cards out, and I'll be right back and tell you what they say. And we're back. Let's get into these cards. So basically, this Four of Wands, 4 represents a foundation. So it's interesting because we were talking about foundations with Saturn. 4 of Wands represents foundations. It represents that you are establishing firm foundations as a result of your work. We're establishing strong foundations as we manifest the outcome of our work. Projects are coming to completion, and the fruits of our labor are being enjoyed as we rest. This can also mean rites of passage, such as weddings, bar mitzvahs, represent any relationships or business partnerships. This 4 of Wands represents that you are in a firm foundation in this relationship or business venture. It is kind of a new kind of energy. So then here we have the High Priest, and the High Priest represents a mentor or guide. It could also represent your inner wisdom, but this person is the person that passes on the rites of passage. So this card was talking about rites of passage in your business, your relationship, or whatever. We're gonna stick close to this person here that is the mentor who's gonna guide us through these rites of passage. Whoever it is, whatever's going on, whatever's knocking at our door, we're gonna trust, whether that's our inner wisdom, our higher self, or somebody who is close to us, who possesses that mentor, kindly teacher energy. We're gonna stick close to them because we're gonna have some sort of rites of passage dealing with our relationship or our business, even though it is on firm ground here, right? So as we're learning about all this, the next card that I drew is this Cosmos card, right? And what this card says, it says, something new is knocking at your door. The answers may feel galaxies away, but trust that everything is working in your favor. Mystery leads to wonder, and wonder leads to possibility. Expansion is possible when pressure is acknowledged and released. The next card, next one I drew was, do not be frustrated. Don't get frustrated. Let go and feel peaceful. Right? This one just told us to let go too. This just said let go. It said let go. So don't get frustrated. Let go and feel peaceful. Let love transform you. Love move through you. You go through this rite of passage, as you go through this transformation in these relationships, in these businesses, in these things that you've birthed, your creations. Love guide you through it. Last one is, I believe that I'm worthy of feeling good. Oh, we can feel good. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So let's go over these one more time. This video is quite long. Hopefully you've made it this far. How to put some chapters in here so you guys get to the different chapters if you want to skip through. Don't do that, watch my full content. We have firm foundation in this business relationship. Whatever we're going through, it's doing good. We're gonna reap the benefits of what we've sown. We get to enjoy all of our hard work and get some rest in there. Maybe there's something that's happening, some weddings, rites of passages that are going on. When we're going through those, guys, we need to make sure that we're trusting this guide, whether it's our higher self, whether it's a physical guide, a spiritual mentor, a teacher, an older friend of wisdom. We're gonna make sure we're leaning into this for sure, because we have some new stuff that's going on. We have new stuff that's happening all the time, especially when we're going through those rites of passage or initiations. The universe is gonna start giving us all kinds of new information and new circumstances. So we wanna make sure that we're opening up to the universe. We're opening up to the mystery and letting go of what we think is supposed to happen and trusting that we're trusting our guide, and they're going to lead us in the right path to what we need to know. And what does it say in here? Expansion is possible when pressure is acknowledged and released. So there's a lot of pressure maybe around not knowing what's going on, but we have to just take a deep breath and let it go and trust that the universe has our back and that our guides are going to direct us in the right direction. And don't get frustrated, yo. Could be frustrating, but just trust. Let go and trust. Let love transform you and guide you and let you know that you are worthy of feeling good, and that when you get to go and you get to celebrate all your hard work in this first card, and you trust and follow the path of your mentor and the universe that's guiding you through mystery, man, you get to feel good at the end of that. Woman, person, you get to feel good at the end of that. Animals, spirits. All right, everybody, I have talked to you for a very long time. If you've made it this far in my video and watched my full content, you are an angel. Tons of blessings to you, and blessings for you, blessings for you, blessings for you, blessings for you, blessings for you. Check out my next video if you want to hear about my recovery talk. That one should be pretty juicy. It is not a video for children, and also trigger warning. Stay peaceful. If you can't stay peaceful, stay positive. Tarish out.